Hi, I'm Niall from GulfStream Boat Sales. Today we're taking a look at a Glastron GS 209 sports cuddy. It's a 21-foot boat. It was built in 2001. It's got a Volvo Penta 5-litre GL 220 horsepower Sterndrive engine, and the boat's in nice condition. It's a fantastic little sports cuddy. It's a versatile day boat. A couple could spend the night on board. She's got a full set of covers with her. It's on a twin axle UK spec road trailer, and the boat's well sorted and it's ready to go for the season. We sold this boat in the middle of last season actually, and it's re-advertised now due to illness. The gentleman who bought the boat last summer spent quite a bit of money on it, on upgrades and taking care of a few little bits and pieces of mechanical work that they were doing, and unfortunately he never got the chance to use the boat at all. It hasn't been in the water since it was sold last season. So that's why she's back on the market this year at the same sort of price, even considering the money that was spent on her last season. And I think you'll agree, it's in nice condition, it's great value, and if you're looking for something that is easy to get on the water, isn't going to cost a fortune, then this could be the boat for you. Just before we jump in the boat, we'll take a look. I just wanted to show you the gel coat. The boat is not in pristine condition. This is not an immaculately presented boat. It does have a fair few scuffs and scrapes around the gel coat. Now there's nothing major, there's no signs of any impact damage, no major impact damage around the boat, or no previous repairs or anything. It's in a good, honest condition, but it does have marks on the rub rails, scuff marks and things on the gel coat. Now most of this probably would compound out. Some of them are a little bit deeper, but just to show you that, obviously the boat is priced to reflect her condition. But although cosmetically, here and there, she could be that little bit cleaner, overall, in my opinion, it's a sound boat. It's mechanically very good condition. She's well kitted out, and she still represents, at the price she's been advertised at, she still represents very good value for money. At the stern of the boat, we've got a foot deep, 12-inch deep integrated swim platform. And we've got a 3-step stainless steel boarding ladder. We've got a nice big handrail running across the back of the transom, so it's easy to climb in and out of the water. And you've also got something secure to hang on to if you're sitting on the back of the boat, putting on water skis or getting ready to go for a swim. With the 5-litre engine, the boat's badge of power, the performance is very, very good. We're going to put the boat in the water later on and show you how it runs. But it's a fantastic water sports boat, this. We've got the big stainless steel central ski tow point on the transom as well, which is fully reinforced. Yeah, the boat lends itself well to water sports activities. We've also got the fuel fill point back here, which is handy because it's on a flat surface. So if you're pouring fuel in from a jerry can using a funnel or things, it lends itself well to that. We've got a couple of sturdy cleats back here as well for tying the boat up. One thing I want to draw your attention to is the condition of the Sterndrive leg. The drive itself, we've got a little bit of paint that's come off here. I think probably somebody was a bit over enthusiastic with the hot power washer at the end of a particular season. But apart from that, the Sterndrive leg itself is pretty much corrosion free, and it's a very nice condition. We've got a little bit of surface corrosion just on the top of the transom shield, which is a fairly common problem in these Volvo drives. It's just where that sits above the waterline. The aluminium seems to oxidize a bit more than it does below the waterline. One thing is a common problem on the Volvo drives as well are leaking trim rams, leaking seals on the hydraulic rams for lifting the leg up and down. These seals are perfect. The rams are completely bone dry, so it's just another thing to check out for. The bellows and things on this boat are good, and mechanically the drive's in top-notch condition. Just taking a look down the other side of the boat, it's not actually as bad. as the port side. I think the port side would have been the side where this boat was traditionally moored up, and it has more of the sort of dock scuffs and things. This side's not so bad. It still does have some light scratches on the gel, and the very odd work, but the rub rail on this side's much better. The nose of the boat's perfect. This is a common area for impact damage if somebody just dinks into a pier or something, but this boat is perfect. No impact damage on the nose, no stress cracking up here. The handrails and everything, the stainless steel rails are in good condition, and they're all nice and solid and secure. And just if we take a walk down along the side of this boat, you can see that overall the gel's good. It's still got a nice shine to it. We've got the odd little mark in it here and there, but it's generally speaking, it's not too bad. A previous owner has also fitted these fender eyes so that it's easier to tie fenders on the side of the boat there. I like the cockpit layout on this boat. It makes really good use of the space. We've got nice high sides. The gunnels are nice and tall, so you feel safe and secure whenever you're in the boat underway, even in the back seats there. So the layout is we've got a wide helm seat. We've got a back-to-back port side lounger for a passenger seat and a rear-facing passenger, and then we've got two jump seats, recessed seats either side of the engine box. Just behind the helmsman's seat, we've got a little entertainment sort of wet bar area. This has a freshwater pump, which is just a manual pump hooked up to a water tank underneath the driver's seat. We've got covered in camping gas stove, which is operational. It doesn't look great, it's a little bit corrosion and things on it, but it will work off the little small camping gas bottles. And then we've got a refrigerator cool box arrangement just underneath there. Paperwork and things in there at the minute. So this is good if you're having a picnic on board or preparing food. You've got that area to use, and there's plenty of space to get bums on seats throughout the cockpit of the boat. The condition in here again is fairly nice. It's not pristine, but it's very good. It's in perfectly acceptable condition for a boat of this age. The upholstery is original and it's in good shape. There's no tears or stitches separating or anything that I can find, or stains. The upholstery is in good nick. There's a marine grade carpet in this boat. The carpet does have, it's a little bit tired looking, but it should clean up quite well. And the side mouldings, the upholstered gunnels, the handrails and things, everything's all sort of there and it's all in good shape. The helm position on the boat is pretty well laid out. We've got a nice wide helm seat. We've got the foot rest just in front of it for bracing yourself against. We've got a 5-position tilt steering wheel, so you should be able to get a steering position that works for you. And whenever I'm sitting in the helm seat, the visibility is good. I can see directly through the screen and out the side screens. There's also plenty of room if you want to stand at the helm. You're not too close to the steering wheel, so you can do that easily as well. In terms of equipment here, we've got a range of instrumentation. Now the instrumentation on the boat isn't fantastic, I have to admit. The original gauges, I think the oil pressure gauge works, but I think that's about it for the original instruments. You can see they've been changed out. The owner who purchased the boat last year decided to change out the important engine instruments. So we've got a brand new temperature gauge here, with a brand new volt gauge, and a brand new fuel gauge and sender as well. We've got a digital depth indicator in the centre of the dash, which is working as far as we're aware. And we've also got a Cobra Marine GPS Chartplotter unit. Again, that's fully operational. It's a fairly recent addition. I think it was fitted about 2 or 3 years ago. And we've got a Northstar Explorer 710 VHF radio, along with a stereo, which is again fully operational. In terms of our switchgear, we've got a blower motor, which works. We've got bilge pump, navigation lights, and accessory switch for the electronics. We've got decent size molded in steps to give you access out onto the foredeck through this opening windscreen section. The center track of the foredeck there is molded non-skid, and we've got a really big deck hatch there, giving access into the forward cuddy. It's an extra safety feature. So if the door jams, you can get out there, no problem. And we've also got the anchor locker up the forward peak of the bow. Access into the cuddy is good through this folding door. And we do have sort of sitting headroom in here. So we've got this little occasional seat down here, which gives an adult sitting headroom. And then we've got an area that converts into to a V berth with a full set of filler cushions. So if you're bedding down for the night, you can extend the sleeping area right back to the door of the cabin, and a couple of adults could get stretched out in here, no problem. The upholstery in here was, I think it was redone again around about 3 years ago, and it's in perfect condition. A nice white upholstery with blue piping to match the detail on the cockpit upholstery. The headlining and things in here is all dry and in good shape. To get access to the engine, we just remove the two corner seats. We flip up the sun pad at the back, and we can fold this engine box forward. It's on a piano hinge, or two piano hinges on the floor of the boat. So this is the engine. It's a Volvo Penta 5.0 GL V8. It produced 220 horsepower, and it's in very nice condition for the age. We've done quite a bit of work to it for the current owner last season. The engine starts really well. We're going to fire it up now for you in just a minute, and you can hear how it runs, and we'll also put the boat in the water and show you how it performs. But this is a very reliable power plant, and the boat, although we have an hour clock in the corner which isn't working, it's stopped at 75 hours, but it's my gut feeling that this is a low hours boat. The engine's very strong. Any of the problems that the boat does have with the electrics and things are from sort of lack of use more than anything. The mechanicals are definitely in very good condition. Just like the Sterndrive on the outside, the engine on the inside here is in great shape. You've got all your checkpoints falling easily to hand, your power steering fluid levels, your oil levels, and service access around it is very good as well. We've got an automatic bilge pump there in the bilge, and a blower motor for evacuating the fumes out of the engine bay before you start the engine. So we'll fire the engine up, we'll take the boat to the water and show you how it goes. see the covers that this boat comes with, just have a look at the photographs. It's got two sets. It's got a low tonneau cover, which was made for it, I think, in 2009, brand new, a navy blue colour, and it also has a set of white camper canvas covers. Now, they're not in fantastic shape. If it was my boat, I'd probably want to renew those covers, but they are all there, and you can put them up and they do work. So that's like a set of camper covers that you can use while the boat's underway. The boat comes complete with the UK spec twin axle trailer that she's sitting on. Again, it's in good condition. The wheel bearings were recently replaced. It's had a new jockey refitted, and the whole package is ready to go to the water. It's a good, honest boat. It's not pristine, but she's a structurally sound, mechanically sound boat that's going to give you many years of pleasure. She should be no problem whatsoever. She's a very reliable boat and always has been a reliable boat. I've known the previous 3 owners actually of this boat, and I would have absolutely no qualms recommending it to somebody who's looking to get started, get a nice little cuddy cabin boat for weekends away or days out in the water, picnicking, pulling water toys, teaching the kids how to water ski, without looking to break the bank in terms of either purchase price or running costs. Although this boat has the 5-litre engine, which sometimes can scare people away, the thing about it is it doesn't take much in the way of throttle to get the boat up on the plane. I mean, the boat plane with a third to half throttle, it'll cruise along nicely on a third throttle, and really the big 5-litre is not sucking much fuel at that sort of speed at all. And you wouldn't really notice much of an increase in fuel consumption compared to a similar size boat with a 4.3-litre engine, because that engine's going to be working harder for the same sort of speed performance. So yeah, it's a great all-round package. Hopefully you have a good idea of the condition that it's in. I hope you agree that we've priced it competitively to sell, and the owner is open to offers. So I mean, if you want to bring an offer to the table, I'll put it to him. Unfortunately, he's not welcome in it and has no plans to use the boat, so he's keen to get rid of it in the next few weeks. So thanks for watching. If you've any questions, please just give me a call or drop me an email, and I'd be glad to have a chat with both of you.